But I'll tell you what, our man wanted early time.
Yes.
He's going to get it. What are the pack doing here?
They're going nuts. You must have posted a photo, did you? Yeah, you said Spud's got a look about him.
He has.
Arms crossed. No eyeballing anyone, so they're standing by.
That's it.
Thought this was an interesting one from Glenn Disher. What was the name of that butcher? I didn't quite catch it.
Come on, don't run with that again.
Righto, Spud Regis.
Well, look, there's a couple of little flybys.
Yes,
Pat Cash.
Cashy.
Yeah, Cashy. Talking about Nick Kyrgios.
This is Head Wobble we're talking about.
Yeah, Head Wobble.
Yep.
So there's a couple of little flybys here. He tweeted, not easy being the next big thing. Believe me, I know.
Oh.
So Cashy,
Cashy.
let someone else talk about that. Cashy
Just giving himself a nice little tickle.
A little tickle
On the nurry bag.
A little bit of a blood to the woody. Little pat. No one's talking about me. I'll just talk about myself.
Come on, Pat.
Good on you, Paddy boy.
You're better than that, Pat.
Our producer Snorkel. I'm led to believe
yes.
the Mike Sheen room was just jam packed with
Oh,
every
I heard
AFL
about
recruiter.
this.
Last Monday. And it was real wobble stuff,
Yep,
real.
look at me.
And he won't. I've got the photo, but he won't put it on because he produces the show.
exactly.
But it's all hand and just
Yeah,
get
got
the
caught.
front.
Spud, what happened is he got caught. Because Warrior and I do the access on a Monday morning.
Yep.
And we wandered in, and this procession of recruiting nipsies.
Yeah.
kept
High-end
going
recruiters.
past us.
Hey, graders.
From interstate.
Ken Beatson wandered past.
Kania.
And then,
Who dubbed the Warrior the bar rat.
well, apparently the end of that meeting, Gaz, they didn't even have
Keane did
to.
that,
I did too.
They didn't even have to open the door to get out. They just it was real glass eyes. So whilst he thought he had them,
Snorkel.
after the first 3 minutes, all the recruiters are looking at each other saying, "What we come all the way to
That's
here."
it.
I'll tell you what he had, Spud. He had that real nervous sort of twitch about him when he saw Warrior and I. We said, "What are you doing, Snork?" Okay, boys. I said, "Yeah, but what are you doing here? This is sort of AFL house." "Oh, yeah, that could have been on."
Now,
And then he started to sweat up.
Spud, if you're boring a recruiter,
Yeah.
that's boring. because they know boring. They've had to sit in
they're
meetings over
introverts.
the
A
chat.
lot of them introverts. There's no doubt in that.
Real nipsy
But then
stuff.
some days you get out of bed and you're a little bit tired. You kick an empty Coke can along the ground and you
Yes.
stub your toe and you pick a few leaves off the tree and a seagull sort of drops a bit of dung in your eye.
Yeah.
But then some days, JB,
Yep.
you put on an old suit. You know when you put an old suit on, you put your hand in the pocket and you get a
50.
wad full, well,
That's
100
it.
full of bills that sort of aren't there.
That's it.
Then you go fossicking and you put your hand in the old creek and you come up with a little nugget, Gaz. You come up with a
I'm
nugget.
hearing you.
Now, this
Unexpected little gems.
This is real Group 1 wobble list at its absolute best. Someone in this room
Oh, no.
has got well and truly ahead of himself.
Yeah, purple.
Now, we know
Stop
the
doing it.
AFMA Awards are around, the Quill, the Wakely Awards, the Grant Hatton for the AFL PA in a couple
Was
of
it
weeks.
the Wakely?
Oh, the Wakely, that's what it's called, and the Quill,
Walkley.
which the AFMA Awards, surely the Saturday Rub will finally win over
Have to.
crunch time in the over 70 stations,
Yeah.
or the
Gotta,
nursing
you'd
stations,
imagine.
as we
Yep.
said.
Yep.
Someone has put everything else aside, Gaz. His mates aside, his colleagues. He's put.
So let's just say you got to actually nominate. You got to put entries in for these awards.
Yeah, you do.
But
You do.
Yeah, which we can't be bothered because you need to do some work and trawl back over your stuff.
Yep.
And we don't. But what are you saying?
Well, I'm just saying the edit suites at Channel 9 were jam packed with about 3 or 4 guys
What?
doing all the high points of the year together whilst this particular guy who is getting nominated went out in the town with Hutchie and a couple of the boys.
What? He doesn't do his own stuff.
They did not do his own stuff. He's put a boy on. And now
This was
apparently,
last year's.
apparently Masai Warrior,
Oh, not the Masai
right,
Warrior.
who the poor little fella has been
Mitty.
editing from daylight till dark. Thursday night
Come
footy
on,
show got
Masai.
put aside.
He turns 21 today too.
Yeah, I know he turns 21.
Happy birthday.
And his pills have just dropped. You've worked him that hard, he hasn't been able to get his first roof. little Mitch. No, he hasn't.
Masai.
And there's not only that, you're an award addict. That's what you are. You're an award addict.
He's turning 21 today. His
I
mum and
know
dad
that.
listen to this
But
show.
give
His
him
mum
some-
and dad listen.
Give him some time to get out
I think he
and
spent-
press the flesh.
I think he spent a bit too much time on his own award.
Did I say that before? I'll take that
What
back.
do you think
You were going to go with the R word and he said,
Yeah, no, I didn't go with
There's no better young person in journalism
I know
than
that.
you just...
Yeah.
No, that's not
You're
what
even going to put John Michael Howes on as a consultant on how to sort of prepare your speech, and you get out there. You've already won 2 Elf Browns.
Spud.
Let
I'm worried about what you
someone.
said about Mitch.
Warrior, yeah, have work now. So
Come on, you've
Yes,
walked
he
in
did.
too
I walked
hard.
in the other day and he's doing his own stuff.
he hasn't
You're
seen
even-
daylight for the last 6 months.
You're an award whore.
You are. You're a ward addict. You're an addict. That's what you are. And you do. Stoney can lead a newspaper. You've even sent it in there. And as I said, the AFLCA Awards night. You've sort of sent the
Come
editing.
on,
there.
Warrior.
Oh, come on,
Come
Bill.
But I
on,
think,
Perbs.
to be
Let it
brutally
go.
honest, I think you've the best of last year. You've sort of put that in as well, because this year's been okay. Last year, you've asked the Paddy Keener, can I do a best of, sort of through that, but. Did I say that before? I'll take it back.
Just
I'll
slip
take
out. I don't think
Poor
anyone
Mitch.
would have heard it.
No one heard
We
that.
understood where
So,
you
Warrior,
came from.
did you put? Can you
Oh,
just
no.
for the listeners at home? Did you put a boy on?
There was one
to do
less
all your
boy on
edits?
this year than last year. You're probably
One
quite
less.
right. We had about 4 on last year.
So,
Only 3 this year.
That
Well
is
done,
funny.
Spud. Well
well
done,
done,
Spud.
Warrior. No, good luck with the awards too, mate. You are an award addict.
He was doing a fair bit of footy show work on behalf of you.
Well done, Warrior. No, that's a very good effort, mate. So, have you got your speech ready for this year?
I think Gaz is going to win it this year.
Well, ain't break news.
You're right, good
You've
call.
already
half
won
your
one, Gaz.
stories.
JB, you might be in line.
No, Jaber refused.
You got to attend.
You got to do edits.
You got to attend.
You don't have to attend, but you actually need to nominate
No,
Jim.
I refuse. I've said to Lethal Lee Simon on many occasions, the last 10 years in fact, do not under any circumstances put anything in with my name attached to it.
But there has been stuff, Jim.
Yeah, I know. Well, sometimes he goes outside of me, but this year I've got him very short and straight.
How long do the edits go for? Does it sort of 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Your best stuff?
I don't know.
You haven't seen your edits.
I saw it the other day, yeah.
What's it look like?
It's coming pretty well. Spud.
You have?
All I know is poor old
Pretty good
Masai
body
Warrior.
of work.
No, I'll apologise for little Masai.
He's stuck in the den, chopping up edits, and now he's heard that things aren't going so well after us.
Well, he's got his
Oh, come
21st.
on.
Jim, he's got his 21st tonight.
Oh, has he?
Tonight might be
Gary.
a bigger night
All
than he
I'll
thought.
say is this,
What?
and you all know him better than I do, but
Yeah.
I'm a big fan
Oh, I love him.
of Mitchie Boy.
I love him.
And
Best young
Purple,
kid going around.
Purple's taken him under his wing professionally,
Yes.
and that is very good.
Yes.
Maybe he needs to spend some time with me after hours.
No.
If that's what he needs to develop, he maybe needs to
Jim,
head out with the master.
You go on a
and
longer
I
streak
just-
than he's ever
I
had.
just need to say to him, mate, I'll give you a couple of real basics that'll get you somewhere near where you need to be, Gary. It's not that people make it harder than it is.
Jim, you're
You
living.
just need to have a real basic setup.
What's rule number 1?
You need
Jim?
to get your stance
Coming-
right.
We're not in the 1970s, mate. We're not back in the 80s where you dagged Bluey and used to
If
get
you've
his
got
off
your
cuts.
grip on the club wrong, Gary, it's very hard to hit the ball straight. You just need to get your basics.
One piece of advice for Mitch. Jim, just give it right now.
Oh,
Just-
no, I'll just quietly deal with him, help him out.